Hey guys, in this basics of card making video today, we're going to talk about how to make a card base and also some standard card making paper measurements. So first off, I want to show you the three things that we're going to be using today, which of course is a sheet of the Whisper White cardstock. Now the sizes for the cardstock are always the 8.5 by 11 unless it's the designer series paper that always comes in 12 by 12. So with that price, you get a whole pack of 40 sheets, so you can do a lot of card centers and fronts with that. The other color I'm using today is good old Garden Green, and this is one of the colored cardstocks that comes in our standard price of $8. So all of the other colors are going to be at that $8 price for a pack of 24. Alright, the other thing I'm going to show you is the awesome Stampin' Up! Trimmer. Now what I love about the Stampin' Up! Trimmer is besides cutting, it also scores. So you don't need an extra tool to be able to do the card bases. You can do both with this awesome thing. It also has a extendable arm right here. So you can cut all the way up to 14.5, which most cardstock is only going to be about 12 by 12 for your scrapbook size. So you really have more flexibility with what you can cut, and it just stores away. There's also a little container on the bottom for the blade refills or whatever else you want to store in there. So really, really awesome Stampin' Trimmer, and that is available from Stampin' Up! For only 30 bucks. So really good, very versatile. You can make a lot with it. So we're going to start with our Garden Green cardstock and do some card bases. So what I like to do is taking it from this side, score down right at 4 1/4. So if you keep it in mind as you're scoring and cutting, it's really easy. So just by halves. So we're going to slide it in, line it up to that 4 1/4. And using, make sure I can get in the frame, using the beige or gray blade is our scoring tool. So we're just going to take that and slide it down. And I always like to do one more back just for good measure. And that'll give us our score mark, which I'm not sure if that's going to show up in the camera. Okay, there's the score mark for the fold. And then we're going to take it and turn it, good old 90 degrees, and line it up at 5 1/2. So we're scoring in the half and we're cutting at the half. At 5 1/2. And then we're going to take our black blade and just cut it. Just like that. So with one sheet of 8.5 by 11, you can get 2 card bases, and with that nice crisp score, you can go ahead and fold it right there. You can grab a bone folder if you want. This is a tool mainly used for scoring kind of that sharp creases, flattening things. It's a really good versatile tool. And there we have our Garden Green card base. So if you see any of my other videos and I say card base, I'm starting from this point already cut and ready to go. Alright, so other thing, so we're going to move on to our Whisper White cardstock. Now, demonstrators have different preferences as far as what sizes they tend to work with. Personally, since we're going from this size card base, and this is 5 1/2, remember, as the height, it makes sense to kind of do things in increments of 1/4 or a half so that it fits and looks uniform on the front of the card. So the two main sizes that I use, so this is the first one, we're going to cut it at 5 1/4, and I will write this on the paper too. So the 5 1/4, turn it, and cut at 4. Let me write that on here as well. And at that size, we have just a very thin, oh, we go that way, okay. We have just a very thin edge of that green showing all the way around. So if that's what you want, then that is a really good size for you for the front and the inside. But a lot of times that is just a little too narrow for a lot of my projects. So the second size that I tend to use the most, let's use this piece, is cutting it at 5 flipping that around, and 3 3/4. You're going to see how fast and easy this is. Let me go ahead and write that on here. Alright, so for comparison, if I put this one on this card front, you can see that I've got kind of a 1/4 inch, oh, that is if I line it up evenly. There we go. Got about a 1/4 inch all the way around, a nice border for my card front. So these are the two standard sizes that I use the most when it comes to card making. Now, of course, you can go smaller with your card cutting, just totally up to you, but these are definitely my recommendations, my go-tos for first-time card makers. The other thing that I wanted to mention to you is Stampin' Up! Also sells a note card and envelopes. Now this is the Whisper White, not the Very Vanilla. I couldn't find the Post-it note for the Very Vanilla, but it's basically the same. It's just these simple little, comes with the envelopes, it comes with the cards. You do have to score them, or fold them, excuse me, they are scored. Now these are not the same size. You can actually see these are a bit smaller, just like that, but it comes ready to go, and it's a set of 20 for $6. So another really good go-to for first-time crafters. You may also want to check out, I've got a video using the Very Vanilla cards. That's how I made the rooster. So a lot of different options for you depending on what project you want. But I just did want to go ahead and just show you how simple and easy it is to make that card base. So thanks for tuning in. Hope that helped get you started. Do check out the rest of my card making basic videos. Bye-bye.